We are awful, and honestly, I've been tired of this season for quite some time now, and last night's loss versus the Patriots just made things even worse for my mental health in terms of sports, not my
Yeah,
mental
there's a
health as a
difference.
whole.
People need to understand there's a difference between sports mental health and actual mental health.
Yeah, yeah. Sports mental health is
Sports
it's
mental health is what you joke about. Mental
exactly.
health is not a laughing matter.
No, damn right. You're damn right. Sports mental health, though, it's you could joke about that and get away with it. And right now, it is as low as it can be because this Giants organization is freaking trash. But
Oh yeah, it's bad. It's
what's it is,
bad.
it is. What's going on, guys? Welcome again to Third and 10 Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Nguyen, joined by my guy, Brian Germanaro, for season 3, episode 59. Brian's good to see you. We had a episode on yesterday slash Monday, not on YouTube. It was just specifically a live stream to preview the Monday night game that happened yesterday between the Giants and the Patriots.
We didn't have to do that. we are
We
that
honestly
team looks
didn't.
so stupid now. We
We
look so
honestly
dumb.
did
Hey, I
not.
was right about Carter. He got a
You were
sack.
you were right about Carter. Was the only headline that came last night in regards to him, and we'll discuss all that stuff. It's a bit of a mess right now between him and the organization that we'll dive into.
Yep.
Um, and yeah, I don't know. I am not looking forward to talking about this game at all, but we will do so. We'll also discuss Joe Schoen and his future. We know from a few weeks ago that the Giants were going to retain him past this year, but after what we've seen these past few games, it's very hard to justify why the Giants are bringing him back
Mm-hmm.
for 2026 and beyond. So we'll talk about that, and then we'll overreact to Week 13 in regards to the other slate of games going on. But Brian, it's good to see you, my friend. How you doing? I heard your Mets made some moves yesterday, so not all was bad for your sports teams, my friend.
No, it was great. The Mets made the move around halftime to sign Devin Williams to a 3-year, $50 million contract. So I spent the second half pretty much researching that and getting up a TikTok. It's on my TikTok at BrianPG1016 if you want to deep dive on it. But real quick before we get into it, I like
Yes.
the move. I know that ERA being close to 5 doesn't look great. Very misleading with all the different factors and stuff. His whip is his FIP is lower, expected ERA is lower. So this is a really good 8th inning guy for the Mets. But the Mets still need to sign Diaz. All right, I'm not comfortable with Williams being my closer. I want him as my 8th inning guy or like a middle reliever to set up for Diaz. And DeCamo already said, who is probably I think one of the most trustworthy Mets sources out there, has already said the Mets. This does not take the Mets out of Diaz. They're so very much in the running. So if we could sign Diaz and you have a back in the bullpen of Williams and Diaz, you get a couple decent relievers in there, and the Mets bullpen's pretty much set up, ready to roll.
Yes, sir. Um, yeah, you guys are low key becoming the Yankees, sort of, in terms of
Yeah.
like getting Yankee players.
Uh-huh.
Soto being the first one, then there's Williams, and there's other players as
Well, actually, no,
well.
Clay Holmes was the first one.
Right. Yes, I forgot about him. My
Clay
apologies.
Holmes, I think, was, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Clay Holmes was that Friday, and then that Sunday was Soto.
Gotcha. Maybe people, players are realizing that hey, maybe the Mets are the
Yeah, someone did comment on my TikTok with like the Yankees logo in Mets colors, which I found very funny.
mm.
Because like it's those three guys were apparently very interested in Cody Bellinger. I'd be shocked. I think we're gonna do whatever it takes to bring him in and probably put him in. I would say put him in center field, and you're gonna have one of our top prospects, Benj in left and Soto in right. Pretty good outfield right there, and then hopefully resign Pete Alonso. So you go into it with Soto, Pete, Lindor, and Belly as that your four.
It's not bad at
It's
all.
not bad. It's not
No,
bad.
sir. No, sir. But you know what is bad is the New York Football Giants, who embarrassed themselves once again on Monday Night Football. As simple as this: they look like one of, if not the worst team in the NFL last night.
Oh,
There's no debate about it. Um,
we
you know,
said on this show that like we're better than our 2-10 record says we are. That was a 2-10 team last night.
Yeah, that was. I did not enjoy it whatsoever. Yeah, I wanted to turn it off after the first half, but then
First half, first quarter. Like,
yeah, it's I well, we did score that touchdown.
yeah, and I'm sure we'll get into it, but like after we scored a touchdown, we got the stop, which Carter Sack was on, and then when we were marching down the field, I'm like, are we gonna get back into this game here? Are we gonna be on the other side of a blown lead for once?
exactly.
And
I
then
know,
and
right?
then and then Young Hoku decided to become Charlie Brown and miss the field goal, and now we're here.
Yeah, he's no longer my cousin.
No,
Kidding. But
he's bringing a lot of shame to your family if he's still your cousin.
shame, his rightful
Shame,
speak.
shame, shame, shame.
Shame.
I need him Game of Thrones like Cersei walking through 925 Giants Drive. I need that
Right now.
right now. I
Um,
need fans to throw cabbage at him. I want it.
it was one of many just weird things that happened last night. But I tell you what, at first I was glad to see the Patriots being held to a field goal on that opening drive.
Yeah.
And then obviously, when
Then the wheels came off.
yeah, because the Giants, they were known for, or recently, we've been pretty good at scoring on the opening drive of a game.
I took it as a bet last night. It was plus 357. I'm like, I think we scored in like 6 straight games this season on the opening drive. I'm taking that. Plus
Oh yeah,
plus 357. That's amazing
yeah,
odds for that.
yeah. And obviously that did not happen, so we punted it away. But no one would have predicted that, the punt by Jamie Gilliam would have led to a 95-yard touchdown
Yeah, no.
by Marcus Jones, who is an absolutely phenomenal punt returner. Shout out to
Yeah.
him. He's done it all.
That-
Offense, defense, special teams. He is a complete player in that sense. But yeah, that took the win out of the Giants' sails for sure. And it was just awful the rest of the way. There were a bunch of lowlights. Yeah, Younghoe Koo missing that field goal. Apparently, it was because the ball was moving, which is why he.
What? No, it wasn't moving. He went to kick the ball and came up short. It's like if you're a golfer, and I know every golfer has done this. When you sometimes you take a swing back, that you ground your club a little bit, you hit before the ball. That's what Younghoe Koo did last night. I don't want to hear any excuses. That if you watch it, he was gonna kick that ball and then missed.
Apparently, he said the hold was botched, so he pulled up. And I looked at it like multiple times. I'm not defending him anyway. It did move a lot. So I understand if he pulled up. But at the same time, you just never seen your foot get stuck in the turf like
Yeah,
that.
it's stuck in the turf. Yeah.
Because I'm just thinking to myself, even if it's moving, and I could be completely wrong, you should be able to still kick it. Like I know
It should be.
yeah. So I don't know. It's just one of many excuses. I thought he's the answer, but there's a reason why the Falcons cut him.
Oh
And
yeah,
there's
no,
a reason why
it's the Giants kicking position. I'm 100% convinced is cursed, and I don't get why this doesn't lead to Joe Shane being fired.
we
And
will
I
be
don't.
drafting a kicker for sure.
Yeah,
Even if
I
no
don't even
matter
care
who
about drafting a kicker. Go back, sign one, sign a good one.
Justin Tucker.
Well,
Hey, shoot. Honestly,
I
look,
mean, let's be honest, Justin Tucker was regressing even before the allegations. Like he did not have a good season. What was that? Be 2
but he has a
years ago
resume.
now?
He has a
Okay, yeah, he's
resume.
got so did Graham Gano, but he was and he regressed here
That
instantly.
is fair. That is fair. So we had that missed field goal. We had Gunnar O getting the.
Yeah, what were the Patriots? The Patriots were headhunting last night.
They were. Hey, and honestly, I know people are saying like, oh, they should, Christian Ellis should be fined. Dude, honestly, they were all legal hits.
Yeah.
There was nothing illegal about his hit on Jaxson Dart, as much as I hate
that was
to say
100%. That's on Dart. That it was on Dart.
And yeah, I thought that aggressiveness is. I told you if he didn't learn his lesson.
He's already said he's not going to change his play style. It's like, dude, you're gonna get yourself killed if you keep doing this.
I know it's not good, but it is what it is. And actually, we'll have more on that shortly. He had to hit on Gunnar Olszewski, who that hit was, whoo, boy, he was crushed.
His helmet came off. The end is not.
The end came
anymore.
off. I know, and he was just wobbling off the field. I was like,
yeah,
yeah, he's not playing. He's not playing next week, or thank God we have a bye week, I should say. But yeah, that was bad. let's see, there was a hit on Wando Robinson when he made that out route catch in the first half. He was hit hard.
Tracy was hit hard. Theo got hit hard.
Dude. Oh yes, because Theo got popped on the when I think it was the play after the play that Dart got hit on. Dart threw to Theo Johnson on that third down.
And he caught it. He had
And
it
he
in his hand,
had
and
it,
then
and
and
then
then
bam.
he got hit in the helmet, and then he didn't have it anymore.
Yeah. Patriots defense, they were for real last night, and shout out to they played incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say the same for us. Once again, really just awful on all three phases.
I honestly, I was watching the game, and I went to my dad halfway during the game. I'm like, "Are we sure we fired Shane Bowen? Because it doesn't look like much has changed out there."
And honestly, I would say the same thing. If we really look into it, I guess there were some changes in terms of the Giants like rushing 5 at times, or players moving around.
Didn't do anything.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. But I think it's just like the little things that people can say. People can say like, "Oh, Charlie Bolin did do some stuff different from Shane Bowen." But honestly, just
it wasn't enough because we were down 17-0 the first quarter. You can say whatever you want about Shane Bowen, but we have not had that problem this year. We haven't been down 3 scores in the first 15 minutes of games.
Yeah, look, different DC, same result. Same thing with when we hired Kafka. It's different head coach, same result. Nothing's changing. And Joe Shane, as the title of this video shows or says, he better be fired because there's just you can't justify keeping them passes here. There's no scapegoats that you can go to, but you know what? That's his own segment in itself because we need to review this damn game as much as I don't want to, my friend. There are some things that we had to talk about. So we'll start with Abdul Carter. Once again, benched not just for that first drive, but for the entire first quarter.
Yeah.
What the F? It reportedly is because he missed all or part of a team responsibility.
So he missed another meeting. He didn't learn his lesson from the first time.
Second time in 3 weeks, my friend.
That's a problem. That's an absolute problem. And I'm hoping maybe that was a wake-up call for him because he did seem like in the post game, he said, "I got to do better. Like, that's on me. I wasn't out there. We gave up 17 points." So maybe this was hopefully that wake-up call that, like, okay, dude, you have to, like, lock in. It's not college anymore. But I'm definitely concerned about where Carter's going right now.
Yeah, it does show that, like, when Dable was the head coach, he got away with a lot.
Exactly. Yeah, there's no discipline on this team. None.
And if there's one positive thing about Kafka, it's that he's not taking any BS.
Yeah.
And for those
that's not enough to save his job, but it's not
definitely not.
Job, but at least it's something.
It's a positive. So, yeah. And for those who actually believe that he was watching adult films, and it's the reason why he was.
As much as I wish that story is true, because
it's funny, but
would
be
the
so
funniest
stupid.
thing of all time if a Giants player was watching adult films during the game or during like film
practice,
and stuff.
Yeah,
it is so. It came from was it Wesley Steinberg? Is that's the report?
There were some other.
I think Steinberg was the main. That is a like well-known troll account.
Yeah,
a guy is always trolling people.
I will say his recent tweets in terms of like Abdul Carter not playing in the first quarter as a whole, or Dable getting fired, like he has said some true things. Like I know it's a troll account, but he has.
I think he does both to throw people off his trail. Like he's just like galaxy braining it. It was like if I put out real stuff, people will actually believe the fake stuff I put out there as well.
True. Hey, strategy. Smart man.
It's a smart play.
Smart man. Abdul Carter ain't smart though. I'll tell you that much.
No.
And when he was talking to the media as well yesterday post game, he said, "quote the S word happens." And you know what? I hate to say it. I'm disappointed in him. I really am.
Yeah.
Look, I get even if he did record his first sack last night, and he okay, I ain't gonna lie. At first, it didn't look like a sack because Maye was scrambling upwards.
I think it's just like as close to not being a sack as you could have a sack being.
I know, like,
which is so fitting for Carter right now.
It really is. It really is. And he did end up doing his Darth Vader celebration, which was fun to see in the moment.
Chef's kiss.
But look, he
Wow.
was the best defensive player, best player, I think, according to Pro Football Focus last night in terms of overall grade.
That's not saying
Um,
much. The Giants gave up 30-something points.
yeah, he had a set. I mean,
There wasn't a lot of good performances on the Giants.
in terms of his individual performance on the field, he was great. That's he was good, and
Yeah.
that's fine. But there's this stuff in in terms of his benching and whatnot that obviously dominates the headlines instead of his performance. And look, I get it, my friend. Losing sucks, it does, but he's got to grow up. Like I know he's a rookie, and people are gonna make rookie mistakes, but like we just mentioned, this is the second benching in 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to grow up.
Yeah.
And
No.
his teammates, like when Burns was asked about it, he was like, "Look, I had my rookie struggles. He's having his rookie struggles, and he's got to learn." But
But
I'm
that's
just
what
like,
Burns needs to step up as a
yeah,
leader on
like,
this
are they
team.
helping him? Like, what's
Help him.
going on?
Put your arm around to be like, okay, like, dude, I had like listen for I had struggles, I had my problems. This is what you have to do to get through them. Like, this is where maybe there is a lack of leadership in this Giants locker room for these young players. Like, maybe that's why Dart is still, going, 1,000% every single play. There's no like leader on this team to kind of be like, no, this is what you have to do.
Hmm. And it's just the coaching staff, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think. Well, I think that's probably the reason why Dart is being aggressive still. I think that's why Abdul Carter is not really giving a
Mm-hmm.
F right now, because the coaching staff around him is like they don't
There's no
care about
coaching staff and there's no like the Eagles locker room. You can say whatever you want about Nick Sirianni, but when they had Jason Kelsey back there, that was a leader. That was a guy that if you were on offense, defense, special teams, you looked up to him. It's like, okay, that's our guy in this locker room, was him. He could put a message and he could bridge from the coaching staff to the players. The Giants need their Jason Kelsey. They need that guy.
Unfortunately, we don't have that. I mean, you
No,
could
we
argue it's
don't.
Jameis Winston, but at the same time, he's not really the type to.
He's a leader. He's definitely a leader. Don't get me wrong, but he's not that level of leader.
Yeah.
He's kind of like the fun sub when you were growing up in school. Like, you liked him, you respected him, but like he wasn't the guy that gets the most out of you.
I think all this, like, I don't think the losing has gotten to everyone, and I think
Yeah,
it's slowly getting to
dude, we're at 7
Abdul.
straight losses right now. Like,
Yeah,
it's annoying.
yeah, it's getting to Abdul. It's thankfully not getting to Dart just yet, but
I don't know. You look when Koo grounded his foot, ESPN cut right to Dart, and you just saw like the disgust on his
I
face.
know.
He basically did what every Giants fan did in that moment, which makes you think that, okay, maybe this is getting to him. Because think about it, this guy's a gamer. He won a lot at Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin. Now he's in this this dysfunctional organization. He's not going to put up with it.
Yeah. If nothing changes, we are going to ruin this kid's career, and
Yeah,
I hate that. Because he's a great kid, from what we
he's
know.
got everything, all the right traits to be a great quarterback in this league.
Yeah, and he's right now surrounded with a bunch of idiots running this damn
Yeah.
team. But speaking of Dart, look, he made his return last night. He was very efficient throwing the football, 17 to 24, only 139 yards. But then again, he hasn't really had outstanding numbers throwing the
Yeah.
football.
The Giants only pushed the ball downfield with Dart this year.
Yeah, I will say So he did have a touchdown to Slayton. He was sacked twice. He had 4 carries for 20 yards. I
Theo
did
Johnson
not.
did him no favors, dropping
Oh
3
my
catches.
fudging gosh, bro. Like, look, he had a great 3 games before last night, and then just had a stinker, including that, like you mentioned, that drop touchdown pass that would have made it 17 to 14 at the half, but I
Mm-hmm.
digress. That obviously led to that missed field goal. I will say, very disappointing to Mike Kafka last night.
Yeah.
I get it. It starts first game back, but that does not mean you just make your play calling as conservative and as
Yeah.
boring as possible,
It made
because
no
what
sense.
the F? It just seemed like we were running the football consistently on first and second down and only throwing on third
Yeah.
down. It was
It was
absolutely
like a
ridiculous.
1980s offense out there. We're like, run, run, throw. You know what's coming.
Yeah, did not like that whatsoever.
And why are we going for it in the second quarter, in the second half when it's 4th and 1? What was that? Why are we punting?
I know. What was it? Was it the second half or was it the first half where it's like it was 4th and 1? No, it was second half. You're right.
Yeah, it was second half.
Because it was 4th and 1, and we tried to get him off sides. We failed.
Yeah, we tried getting the jump.
So that was like, yeah, that was second half. Yeah, right. Don't know. Yeah. The confidence in Kafka possibly being the next head coach. Yeah, that is gone.
I mean, I
Sorry.
was pretty out on Kafka being the next head coach to begin with. I not saying I didn't like what I saw from him. I just thought this team needed a complete like new slate. Now there's like
No question.
0.0% chance this guy comes back next year.
No question. Not even as the OC. Don't
Nope.
want it back whatsoever. Sorry. Um, yeah, that I look. I don't know. There's so many negative things I could say. But anyways, in regards to Dart, look, that 12, like we mentioned, that 12-yard run in the first half, where he got hit by Ellis. Like I'll say it again. First, it was a legal hit. A legal, sorry, not illegal, a legal hit. No
Yeah.
doubt about it. But you know
No,
what?
that hits on Dart. That hits
Yeah.
100% on Dart. That's him being aggressive, trying to take the extra yards, and he got lit up. And
Yeah.
you heard Troy Aikman during the broadcast. He goes, for years, like that play was called, and then guys like Lamar and Josh Allen tried to take advantage of it. And the league said, if you're gonna push that boundary, we're not gonna call it. We can't baby you.
Yeah, you have to show that you're going out of bounds
Yeah.
before, it's unnecessary roughness. And it was clear Dart was still in bounds when he got hit. And shout out to Ellis and that Patriots defense. They came to
Yeah.
play last night. And then, that Dart run is one of many examples we've seen where we've had to hold our breath whenever Dart gets hit because of his injury history. As a rookie, this is his rookie year, and he's had a pretty lengthy injury history right now.
Yeah. He's had
Um,
4 concussion tests and one of them have failed.
Yeah, and I love his aggressiveness. I do, and I love how his teammates stood up for him after that
Yeah,
play,
that was great. That was nice to see. Nice to see Johnson and Van Roten go after them.
even though that Johnson debacle led to a penalty. But I digress because you got to keep,
But like that's
stand up,
that's you standing up. If your quarterback gets hit like that, you have to go stand up for your guy. I
give
don't
him,
care if it's legal or not legal. If that's your guy, you go stand up for him.
yeah. And you know what? We could sit here and be like, look, he needs to slide and all that, and we did see him slide last night actually a few times. But you know what? At the end of the day, I don't think he's ever gonna change. I don't. It doesn't even matter if he gets like another concussion or gets hurt in a major way. I don't think he's going to change. Now, I'll tell you what. As the years go by, he's going to be smarter.
You would think.
I think he will. But I think for the rest of his career, just based on what we're seeing right now, barring some magical change where the head coach is like, dude, you got.
The head coach can get through his skull, like, dude.
And I just don't think anyone can because he plays the game aggressive. He'll slide when he wants to. And when he was asked about all this, he explained like, look, you guys, like he was basically saying like how we were all overreacting to that Chicago Bears play because it was a fluky play.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, it kind of was. I mean, the ball popped out, it was in the air, and he tried to get it back. And as he was trying to get it back, he was then hit really hard.
It's a fluke
Um,
play, but it came on the cuffs of the Chargers game where he went
yes,
out for a concussion, the Eagles game went out for a concussion.
good
I
point.
don't think the Saints game, but there was another game in there when he went out because of like being tested for a concussion. It's like, yeah, you have that the one that finally did you in was a fluke play, but it's all the close calls we had beforehand that makes us nervous.
Hmm. It seems like every game that he started so far for the Giants, he's at least had to go to the sideline once.
Yeah, Russ has come in a bunch.
Yes, so that's why it's good to have a nice backup quarterback, and we have that in Jameis Winston.
Yeah, thank God. Russ has finally been fully demoted to third string.
Yeah, healthy
Like
scratch
I was a
last
little
night.
nervous. I was a little nervous with Dart going back that maybe Russ would like just remain at second string, but
Nope.
thank God.
Thank God, Winston's QB2, and we'll take that any day of the week. And look, at the end of the day, look, it is football, and players are going to get hit, and he is going to get hit, and we all realize that. But, dog, I will say, you know what? At the end, after last night, or looking at what we saw last night, he did an okay job of protecting himself. It was just unlucky that he was hit hard. But
Yeah.
it's still scary at the that he is getting hit consistently. But that's just the way he plays.
Yeah. No,
That's the way he
that's his
plays.
style of play. And like you said, I love the aggressiveness. I love that he wants to win and be the best at every single play out there. However, you have to, if a coach has to get into it, like, you could be aggressive, you have to know the situation. If it's a fourth down, be aggressive. If we're, comeback drive, be aggressive. Playoff game, be aggressive. Fighting for a playoff spot, be aggressive. When we're 2-11, don't be aggressive.
There's nothing to play for, so just
Nothing to play for, right? We're basically, if this was Madden, we'd be simming the season right now.
all we're asking from Dart is to just, hey, keep yourself as safe as possible. Hey, we love you. We love you when you're scrambling, trying to create a play. We saw that a few times last night, including that 2-point conversion from him to Slayton, where he was scrambling around trying to find someone, and he ended up finding Darius near the middle of the end zone. That was a great play. We love that. We love
It's
his
the
ability to
one good
extend
play we
plays.
had all night.
Yeah, that and the touchdown pass where he
Yeah.
checked out of the play and caught it audible and all those things.
Mhm.
But yeah, look, it was good to see him back last night. No doubt about it. Um, just sucked that it didn't really matter to the game's result.
Yeah.
And even though he did not get hurt, other players did for New York. Tracy has a hip injury. That was not good to see. So now we're down to 2 running backs now, Singletary and Eric Gray, respectively. And
Turbo's coming.
yeah, I don't know about that. We'll see.
I mean, at
Us.
this point, what else is the kid to do?
I don't know if it's on him. I don't think it's just. I think it's just the Giants just not wanting to bring up more running backs.
We can't go with 2 running backs.
We did. Well,
Yeah.
when Dable was here.
I'm talking about if Tracy's out for the long term. Like, if he's out past this bye week, we're gonna have to bring in another running back. We can't just
Well,
we
yeah. I
can't
mean,
we can't go into a game with 2 running backs. That's a recipe for disaster.
we have. I mean, Scatterboo was out when he was out. We only had Tracy and Singletary on the roster. We did not elevate anybody.
Yeah, it's a disaster. That's a
Yeah.
disaster waiting to happen.
So, will Mike Kafka follow suit, or will he actually make a move? Find out next.
I would hope. I
next
would
week.
say he makes a move based on how aggressive he was. Like, immediately bringing back Isaiah Hodgins and stuff like that.
Yeah. Plus, we don't know the extent of.
Yeah,
Tracy's
it
injury,
could
so
just be a really bad bruise at this point. We don't know.
Thank God we have a bye week.
Yeah.
And then we mentioned Gunnar O with the concussion on that kickoff.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Let's see what else offensively. Singletary led the team in rushing.
I want to give Singletary a little bit of props. He's looked a lot better since Kafka has taken over as a play caller, as a head coach.
I have to agree.
Because when it was Dable, and granted that could be because he played most of his time as like the third string back, he was kind of like 20 yards here and there. But like since Kafka's come in, it's been like 44 yards, 47 yards, at 68 yards last night. Like he's looked more fresh, turned the clock back, and it's probably Scadaboo's injury has something to do with it, getting more touches and stuff. But still, it just looks different. He looks more efficient out there. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah. If there's any highlights from last night, it was him, including at that touchdown run.
Yeah.
Of course, that was good to see. He was the more efficient, better back last night compared to Tracy, who had 10 carries for 36 yards. He could not get anything going after what he's been. He's obviously had a great past few weeks, but last night was just not good for him. But Singletary picked up the slack, and shout out to him for doing so.
Oh yeah.
Receiving wise, no highlights there. Slayton had a touchdown catch, his first since the Colts game last year. So congrats to him. Wando Robinson had 7 catches for 34 yards.
They were using him a lot on like dink and dunk passes, like a lot of like screens and like short passes, try to like get him explode. Like you saw what happened when you pushed him down the field with Jameis. Why not try that again? That was working. I know Dart's a different quarterback to Jameis, but he's shown he can throw the ball downfield.
Yeah, that I like I said, Kafka's play calling was absolutely horrendous last night. Yeah, did not like it whatsoever. Um, Theo Johnson, we mentioned earlier, 8 targets, 3 catches, 29 yards.
Yeah, but we had like 3 catches he dropped.
It's just the whole offense just really was not that good,
No.
honestly.
No one
And
was that good. The offense sucked, the defense sucked, and the special teams was terrible.
yeah, oh yes, but yep. But yeah, offensively, I mean, you could blame the non-aggressive play calling. You could blame you can say the Patriots defense played well, or you can just blame both, honestly, for
I think it's a mix of both. I really do.
yeah, it is. So anything else offensively, my friend, before we go to the defense? Because
No,
I
that's
mean,
not. That's kind of covers it all.
okay, cool. Defensively, Drake May continues to strengthen his MVP case.
I think
Point,
Drake Maye is the MVP right now.
yeah,
And
he
like,
was cooking.
I think Stafford was his big competition. I thought it was May and Stafford. And after the performance Stafford had this week, where he basically just like just wet the bed
Suck up the joint.
against the Panthers, I think this is Mays to lose right now.
Yes, sir. 24-31, 282, 2 touchdowns last night. Was sacked 3 times, but it didn't even matter. He was
Yeah.
cooking that Giants secondary. Especially Paulson and Debo. Holy crap. Um, he was picked on very often last night. He was targeted 11 times, and May completed 8 passes for 95 yards and a touchdown, and had a 129.9 passer rating when targeting Paulson and Debo. So yeah, so much for having this for being the CB1, buddy. If you're still hurt, you shouldn't be out there. And if you are 100% healthy and you were
Then
that
this was
awful,
concerning.
this is concerning because we signed you to a pretty decent contract. Good job, Joe Shane. You suck. But yeah, honest, whether it was Hunter Henry, Keishawn Butte, Kyle Williams, the offense was clicking on all cylinders last night, and the defense just had no answer. And I don't know what to tell you. Like we said earlier, Charlie Bullen first game as DC doesn't even matter.
Nope.
Same BS.
It's not even because at least with Shane Bowen, we would play 3 quarters decently, and in the fourth
Yeah,
quarter we fall apart. We just saved the fourth quarter collapse to the first.
I never thought we'd praise Bowen, but here we are.
I really think that's praise. I think that's more just he sucked a little less.
Yeah. Yeah. But we got to May 5 times. Well, 5 QB hits, I should say. Burns had a couple of tackles and a tackle for loss.
How did
Doesn't
we
even
not? That offensive line was missing 2 starters, and we have on paper one of the best defensive lines in football. Why was the play just not to hit him all night long? Just get him uncomfortable. And how many times, yet again, did we have multiple guys in the backfield and could have come away with a sack? Why is that a consistent problem for this team where they have like 3 or 4 guys in the backfield should be for loss and they get like 4 or 5 yards out of it? Why is that a problem? Why are we such a soft team?
It's just bad luck. I don't know if you. Oh, I'm sure you. Obviously, you saw. But for those who don't remember, there was a play in the first quarter where Brian Burns was about to sack May, and Drew Phillips also had the same idea, but
And they
they
ran into each
collided.
other.
Yeah.
Yep.
And honestly, I was like, you know what? That's our season.
We're the bad news bears out here. We're running into each other.
Yeah. I hate my life. As a Giants fan. Travion Henderson. At least he didn't
Yeah, you
kill
had an
us.
excuse. You're from Cali. You could have picked like the Rams or something.
If only the Patriots won Super Bowl 42, would have been a Patriots fan. But here we are.
Wow.
Well, I mean, because that's the season where I became a fan.
Gotcha.
When the first game I watched football wise was the Packers game, that playoff game.
Great game.
But
I've
then
watched the game 1,000 times.
yeah, but everyone likes to joke like, "Oh, so you're telling me if the Patriots won the Super
Brett
Bowl?"
Favre doesn't throw the interception to, was that Corey Webster who caught that ball?
Yes.
Yeah, if he doesn't throw the interception to Corey Webster, you could be a Packers fan or a Patriots.
Well, yeah, I would probably be a Patriots fan if that was the case. Because color it'd be consistent with me liking the color blue, and that being one of the deciding factors. behind picking a team as a kid. But
Yeah.
uh um yeah, I mean at least Trayvon Henderson didn't kill us last night.
Yeah, no.
You know, as a whole, they only ran for 119 yards, so the run defense wasn't that bad. It was
It was okay. Oh, that was not great, but okay.
Yeah. But honestly, I'm tired of talking about this game. Joshi needs to go. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, dude. I am tired of his.
Well, okay, so what has he done that like makes you think like he deserves to stay? Well, what is it right now? Because Jaxson Dart, everyone wants to give credit for Brian Dable for that one. That wasn't Shane. That wasn't a Shane pick. Abdul Carter has not been great so far. I think he'll be fine, and I think with the right coaching, he will be able to finish more and get more sacks. Also, doesn't help the 4 penalties, but something needs to get his mind right. There's no depth on this team. The free agents have sucked. The trades have sucked. There's a core, but like the core he kind of got lucky with. Like how you can't mess up Malik Neighbors. You got lucky drafting Cam Scadaboo. You got lucky that Brian Dable was banging the table for Jaxson Dart. You got lucky that Carolina didn't want to pay Brian Burns. Like, what else do you want me to say? All his good moves were just luck.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Look, we are in 2025. We're about to be in 2026. So
yeah, we are 30 days away from 2026.
Yeah, very excited for the new year. Well, excited for Christmas first, and then the New Year.
Because listen to Christmas music.
Yes, I've been listening to quite a good amount of Christmas music, especially Sabrina Carpenter's Christmas album.
I didn't even make a Christmas album.
I know it was a few years ago. Called Fruitcake. Give it a shot if you want, but I digress. And look, when you are in an organization that was ran the old-fashioned way, I should say, it's good to see someone come in as the GM and change things up and make things more technological, more new era like.
Bring us into the 21st century and not just go off the George Young tree.
Yes, and that is what Shane did. That is not the reason why you keep that MF here.
No.
Because that's the only thing you can praise him for is that he made changes and made things more technological and all those things.
He made changes, but he didn't go far enough with them.
That's the only positive that I can think of.
Yeah, that's a positive, but at the same time, it's a negative because he didn't go all the way. He started it and then didn't finish,
Mm-hmm.
Like he should, I know he can't, but he should have told if him and Mayer have such a great relationship, Shane should go and be like, your family can't be running the football team anymore, man. Like I need football guys in here. I don't need your brother-in-law.
Yeah. Oh fudge. I forgot. Today is the first episode of Hard Knocks.
I am not watching that.
I'm kidding. I'll give it a shot.
After how bad Hard Knocks was last time we were on it, no. I permanently banned Hard Knocks.
Yeah, I'll still watch it. See how it is. We'll see how it is.
Maybe I'll binge it when it's all done.
Yeah. Yeah, look, but I just ever since Joe Shane has been here, dog, it's just I don't know. I just don't know why he's here. I don't know why there's no announcement.
Situation is, and you can say whatever you want about kicker, how it's not it's not like it's a quarterback, it's not like it's defensive end, but the fact that you've mismanaged such an easy position to hold down and punter at the same time, another position that really shouldn't be that big of an issue, and it's become a problem because you two have basically ignored it your entire tenure here. That should be on grounds for fireable offenses. The fact that there are at least 4 games we can point to that our inability to get a solid kicker have cost us the game, that should be on grounds for firing. Because that's just stupid stuff. That's like forgetting to write your name on a homework assignment.
Good example there. This team has no depth. I think that's one thing he's failed miserably at is finding good depth on this for the Giants. You know, if someone goes down, everything just goes to crap. Especially on defense. Like when we've seen Adebo go down, we've seen Flock go down, and there's the
There's no
corners.
depth. There's nothing. We're a top-heavy team.
Receiver wise, you could say the same thing.
I mean, Jalen Hyatt is such a waste of space on this team right now. Why is he still here? He was inactive last night. What are we doing?
Healthy scratch once again. Yeah, I don't know. So he has
he brings no value to this team. Why are we not trading him? Why? I don't care if we don't get I don't care if we get a 7th round pick back for him. That's more valuable than what Jalen Hyatt's bringing to us right now.
I just don't get it. I don't know what John Mara sees in Shane. I really don't.
I don't.
I really do not. You know, what these past what?
We're a bad run organization, is what it is. We are
5 and
we are just the only thing that makes that saves Mara is because that his grandfather founded the Giants for $500. That's why he doesn't get the crap that some other owners in this league like Woody Johnson gets. If he didn't have that and just bought the team in 1995, everyone would agree he's probably one of the worst owners in the sport.
5 and 26.
Yeah.
In the past 31 or 5 and 25, sorry, the past 30 games.
Go even further. Go back to 2013. We are the worst team in football. We have 43 wins. It's the lowest amount.
John, I don't know what.
There was a team that didn't win a game. It won 1 game in 2 years, and they have more wins than we do.
I know. Look,
the Patriots in the amount of time from 2013 since we fired Tom Coughlin, the Patriots have won 3 Super Bowls, rebuilt, and look like they're on the way for another one.
He's out of scapegoats.
There's nothing like
there's no.
The Giants are at a point now where they have to clean, and I hate that we're sitting here 5 years from when we hired Dable and Shane, that they were supposed to be the guys to bring us back and bring us into the modern era. I hate that we're sitting here yet again screaming that we have to clean house again. I don't understand why we are so bad at identifying talent.
And the funny thing is that there is talent on this team.
There is.
There are bright spots that we can point to.
The Giants are at a crossroads right now, very similar to 2015, because you remember that year we had blown a lot of leads too, but we had a lot of good pieces, and the next season we made the playoffs, but we didn't we got bad coaching, we didn't have discipline, we didn't go the extra mile. It seems like we're about to repeat ourselves yet again, where we have a crossroads, and instead of going to the consistent building, we're going to go down the quick fix and, burn out in a year again.
Yeah. So I don't know. I honestly wish the Giants. This segment I really have no words, because I would just be be repeating what we've been saying these past few weeks about Shane and whatnot. But at this point in time, I don't know what else to say about Shane. He has done an awful job.
Awful.
You can't praise him for finding guys like Malik Neighbors or drafting Carter or quote unquote drafting Jaxson Dart, because when you're constantly picking in the top 10 or in the first round,
to be nailing on those picks. And even then, his top 10 picks are not great, because Thibodeau has turned his career around, but he looked like a bust for a little bit. Evan Neal is if we think Hyatt's a waste of space, Evan Neal's an even bigger waste of space, being a 7th overall pick.
I don't know why he's still here. I really don't. Just cut him and save yourself. Like, there's no point.
Trade him. Why are we trading these guys? Get draft capital. I don't care if it's day 3 picks.
We had a chance to trade him. We didn't. Teams were interested, and we just said no. So
who cares? You get a 7th round pick back. It's better than him just sitting there.
You just gotta. Honestly, I wish the Giants were smart enough and just saved us all this time and just fired Schoen. That way we don't have to hear from him today. Because I'm excited to hear what he has to say.
Oh, I can't wait. Today. I can't wait to hear the snake oil salesman himself try to spin some stuff.
Yeah, I cannot wait whatsoever.
He should be sitting there lying through his teeth for 30 minutes.
And I can't wait to see what questions these reporters. The reporters are gonna have a field day today.
The New York media, you can say whatever you want about them, but they need to grill this guy. I want hard. I don't want softballs. I want hard hitting questions. Like, why was Shane Bowen allowed to stay as long as he was? Why was there no discipline? Why can't this team tackle? Why didn't you trade Jalen Hyatt and Evan Neal when they haven't seen the field all year?
Well, I'll tell you this, and if there's one thing I love talking about, it's numbers. And I will end this segment, or I'll turn it to you for the last word in regards to Shane before we move on to
my last word is fire him. That's
perfect. Sounds good to me. Well, I'll end it with this. Like I mentioned earlier, the Giants are planning, barring some major smart changes by the owner himself, that Shane will be here past this season. Now, the numbers say he should be fired, and these numbers are the following. The Giants are 0-8 on the road this year. We've extended our franchise record road losing streak to 13 straight games. Our last road win was back on October 6, 2024 in Seattle. We set a new franchise record last night with 10 straight losses overall on the road. I think that's correct.
Putrid.
The Giants are Joe Schoen is now 3-22 in the last 25 games for New York, 5-25 in the last 30, and a 5-17-1 record against NFC East opponents, a 2-14 record against our big rivals Eagles and Cowboys, and a 24-3-1 record in four regular seasons. The Giants were the first team eliminated, as we all know, last week from the playoffs after the loss against Detroit.
Yep.
And once again, on Monday night, we embarrassed ourselves once again. All this to say, John Mayer is making a fool out of himself.
Yep.
And you can blame his cancer or whatever. And I hope he gets better, but that's not.
I hope he gets better too. But I'm sorry. If it's that bad, you got to step down.
You got to step down. You cannot be like, oh, my health is bad. That's why I'm trying to keep Shane so that way there's some stability. No.
Yeah.
No.
This isn't the local Arby's. This isn't the local McDonald's. You can't do it. This is a multi-billion-dollar organization.
Yes,
one of those famous organizations in football.
That's correct. I'm not gonna lie to you. I must be straight up. There's times where I wish we'd never had this podcast that way, because it's not fun anymore talking about this team. It really isn't.
No, it's been 3 straight seasons. It's been nothing but the same thing over and over again. Every time in December, we're talking about the draft, which Thursday we'll do a mock draft.
That's right. Yeah, that's gonna be probably one of the more fun episodes for us.
Yeah, because we get to sit here and think about, well, if this happens and these guys all hit, maybe we'll be good next year. And once again, put ourselves in such false hope. And once again, we'll be sitting here in a year wanting to just end the show.
I know. There's times where I'm like, you know what? I wish we were like a full or like a full-time like baseball podcast, because wouldn't that be fun? Like,
yes.
like I wish I was a Mets fan sometimes, because I'd be like, welcome to the Mets, for example, welcome to the Mets podcast. today we're talking about Devin Williams and why he was a great signing and da da da, or like, oh, what are some other free agents the Mets should go out there and
Yeah,
sign? Like that'd be
if they
fun.
can't get Diaz back, who's the other guy? Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd be way more fun than this.
yeah, because the Mets recently have had years of like, of course, this past season was not the best, but
Right,
seasons
but
before,
they had 2024. They signed Juan
yeah,
Soto. 2022. Like there's a foundation on the Mets that is good enough to win. They just need to put the surrounding pieces around it. The Giants, you think they have a core, but
you
you have
think,
A, we don't know if it's good enough yet, and B, we know for a fact that this front office and ownership group is not good enough to surround this supposed core with the right pieces to win.
yeah, it is a losing culture.
Yeah, it's a bunch of losers running this team.
Damn right it is, and as long as we bring someone in next year, fantastic. That will change this culture.
I
We'll
don't
get
think
excited.
I'm going to be excited for any head coach until I see the field. I really
I,
don't.
I and
Because
I would, yeah,
because I think Brian Dable broke me. Because I was like
same.
beating the table for Dable. I'm like, that's the guy. Pair him with Shane. Let's go. And he was so bad for us that I don't think I'm going to get excited for whoever we hire, even if it is Chris Schuler, who's a guy I really want. Even if it's him, I think I'll be like, yeah, this is cool, but let's see who does on the field before I'm going to say this is great.
Yeah, I think it's like you said yesterday during Monday's live stream. Actions speak louder than words. So and I tell you what, when we have a new head coach and we have a new GM, we're speaking into existence in regards to that. New OC, new DC, all those things. Not new O-line coach. Whoever is the new, y'all better keep Carmen Barcelo, please. You better do that. If you let him go, I will never forgive you. We will be excited whenever we have those new hires. We will discuss those new hires and all those things. But I tell you what, it won't matter, like you said, until we see it on the field. Simple as that. And with that being said, that is enough Giants talk for today. We will talk more Giants on Thursday with our mock draft.
Thank God.
But let's talk about the
Thank God
NFL.
we have a week off. Woo!
Honestly, I don't even give a fudge who we have after the bye week. And I'm checking it actually right now. Who do we have after?
Is it? I don't want to say it's like Washington.
You are correct. We are home for Washington and Minnesota. 2 games that we're going to have lead in and blow it because,
Washington we're going to lose. We can't lose to Minnesota. The Giants can't lose to 9, okay? We can't lose to 9 or Bowser. I know his name's not Bowser, but I like it better. I like his name being Bowser.
Oh, no, yeah, no, I like that. It's just we're going to find a way. I tell you what.
If we lose to 9 and I see him in that stupid locker room doing that stupid face again, that one. I can't handle that. Honestly, fold the franchise and start over.
What's it called? This is exactly how it's gonna go. All right, so Commanders game, right? So if Mariota plays, which I think
he almost beat the Broncos. He's gonna make our defense look like Swiss cheese.
Hey, if he plays, he's gonna look exactly like 20-something Heisman when he won.
Back when he was at Oregon.
If it's McCarthy playing in Week 16 for the Vikings, we're gonna make him look like the Vikings were smart to take him after all.
What, he's gonna hand the ball off 35 times a game, and Aaron Jones just gonna kill us?
Oh my God! Yes, you got a point. Good point. Week 17.
McCarthy's never been good. He's just good at handing the ball off.
True. Yeah. Can't believe we almost traded up for him or drafted him a couple years ago. Crazy.
Could you imagine? Oh my God! Could you imagine?
Oh, we'd be in a way worse time right now.
Mm-hmm.
Week 17 against the Raiders. We're gonna make Geno Smith look like his
Geno Smith gonna be starting by then.
Hey, maybe
they gotta start Kenny Pickett at some point. Just see what they got.
We gonna make him look good too. And then against Dallas, they're gonna put their
Dallas
starters.
gonna be playing for a playoff spot. They're gonna put 1,000 on us.
CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, baby.
George Pickens is going to set the receiving record in one game.
Man, take me back to the preseason when we had hope and we were killing teams and scoring
We
30
didn't really,
and 40.
it wasn't even hope. Our hope was maybe this team could go 9-8 this year. That was the hope.
Yeah, but we had a good man. Preseason was good times. Good times.
Yeah, we beat this Patriots team 30-0 or 40-0, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, it's like 41 to. I don't know. Don't even care. All right. Overreacting to week 13, also known as instant replay, is our segment here to wrap up the show. And if this is your first time listening to this part, it is where I give Brian 4 or 5 games, and some overreaction questions or statements to each one. So let's get into it. Cowboys 31, Chiefs 28. Dak Prescott threw for 320 yards, 2 touchdowns, and outdueling Patrick Mahomes in the process as Dallas improves to 6-5-1 on Thanksgiving. CeeDee Lamb had 7 catches for 112 yards and a touchdown. George Pickens had a day himself as well. But it is not about the Cowboys. It is about the Chiefs. They are going to miss the postseason.
100%. 100% going to miss the postseason because
Yes,
right now we're at a point with the Chiefs where they have to win every single game. And this week is a really hard matchup. They're going up against a good Texans defense. They are riding high after beating the Bills and the Colts, 2 playoff teams. This Texans team, I know that offense is bad, but that defense can, get the quarterbacks. We saw what we did to Josh Allen. Patrick Mahomes is going to have a long day on Sunday. I think the Chiefs will fall to 6-7.
If there's any glimmer of hope,
No jokes. I don't want to hear that.
No, you. I was gonna say the Chiefs have won all their home games this year. If there's any glimmer of hope, is that I don't got nothing else.
Okay, cool. They won all their home games this year. If by some miracle they make the playoffs, you're going on the road because you're not winning the division.
Yeah. So they will be one and done if they make the postseason, but they are like
and that defense is going to kill Patrick Mahomes on Sunday. It is.
Oh man, Houston.
That Texans defense is unbelievable.
They are something. I'll tell you that they are something. And they can obviously kiss winning the division goodbye.
I think the Texans have a better shot at making the playoffs than the Chiefs do right now.
That is correct. They are a game ahead of Kansas City in the playoff race.
Well, the Chiefs, were they like the 10th seed in the AFC right now? If it ended right now?
Yes, that is correct.
Could you imagine? That means there's 5 teams in the AFC worse than the Chiefs. Only 5.
No one would have predicted that. I tell you.
I'm sorry, 6 teams. Still.
Yeah, still. Yeah, right now it's as it stands. It's New England, Denver, Jacksonville, Baltimore, followed by the Chargers, Colts, and Buffalo Bills as the 7 playoff teams.
Yeah, if we're being honest, I think. Well, we don't know with the Herbert injury, but I think Buffalo gets in. I think either one of the Colts or Chargers gets in, and I think the Texans get in.
Yeah, it's either Houston or Pittsburgh. Houston and Pittsburgh are ahead of Kansas City.
I don't think Pittsburgh gets in.
I think the Chiefs will. Yeah, the Chiefs will jump them. Shockingly, Miami is still in it. Cincinnati is still in it.
Yeah, but they're just in it because of,
And the Jets are still in it.
Yeah, okay.
And the Browns are still in it too.
Yeah, okay.
Speaking of the Bengals, Bengals 32, Ravens 14. Joe Burrow. Hey, it was good to see him come back, man. And he came come back.
Love Joey.
Slow start, but he kind of, he got comfortable and was.
By the way, little Joe Burrow trivia. So did you ever watch the TV show QB1 on Netflix? It's about following like top high school recruits going through like their senior year of high school and like transitioning to the college game.
No, unfortunately.
No, it's great. It's a great show. I highly recommend
it. I bet it is.
They've had some really good quarterbacks on it. Like Justin Fields has been on it. Drake Fromm was on it. Sam Howell was on it. Like some like well-known NFL guys and good college quarterbacks. Anyway, they had a guy on season 1 named Tate Martell, who was like this great, really arrogant, guy in high school. And he was going to be like the next in line at Ohio State. Flames out at Ohio State, transfers to Miami, flamed out there. Became a receiver at one point, ended up at UNLV. I don't know what. I think he owns his own business now. I think what he's doing. Regardless, When Tate Martell got to Ohio State, he was like the prince that was promised. This is going to be like the next starting quarterback. And it caused the quarterback to transfer because he knew he wasn't get starting time. Do you know who that quarterback was?
This is Joey Burrow, isn't
It
it?
was It was Joe Burrow.
What
Tate Martell. And if you know the show, you know exactly like what what attitude Tate Martell had and how bad he was in college. Tate Martell forced Joe Burrow to go to LSU. So you could say without Tate Martell, Joe Burrow is not the quarterback he is today.
Would you look at that? The more you freaking know.
Mm-hmm.
And look at their careers now.
Yeah, Tate Martell is owning his own business, and Joe Burrow is gonna, is an MVP winner.
Superstar NFL quarterback, damn
Yeah.
it. And the more you know. Fun fact of the day. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
But Joe Burrow come back from an absence, looking as good as he did. That was very impressive. Good to see. Ravens, though, 5 turnovers, including 3 of them by Lamar Jackson himself. The Bengals defense showed up on Sunday night. That was good. I mean, Thursday night.
Shout out Al Golden.
Yeah, how about that? And who knew we'd be praising the Bengals defense right now? But the point I wanted to make is that the Bengals are going to sneak into the postseason.
No, it's
really
it's too late for them. Look, this is a nice story. It's nice seeing Joe Burrow back. I think their offense will do well, but I don't trust this defense long term. I think they'll be competitive down the stretch. I think they'll be in the hunt longer than expected, but they've dug themselves too deep a hole to climb out of.
Just the teams ahead of them, man. I mean, look. Well, actually, what am I thinking? They have a shot if they win the division.
If they win the division, yeah, but they're going to have to jump Baltimore, which yes, they've already beaten, and Pittsburgh. Like it's such a long shot. They've dug themselves too deep. They can't climb out of it.
I mean, Baltimore doesn't look good. Pittsburgh's falling. The wheels are coming off.
Right, but do you really trust that Bengals? They really trust that defense? They're still, they're 2 games back right now.
I know. I know the defense isn't that great, but you look at the schedule. It is in their favor.
They play the Bills this week. They play the Ravens, and then they play the Dolphins. Yeah, I mean it is in their favor, but I just think it's they need too much help. I think
if they go into Buffalo and beat the Bills.
Yeah, but I think Josh Allen's going to torch that defense.
And Josh Allen has been that good in these past few games.
I know, but like we've also seen flashes like Josh Allen when he's not that good, he always bounces back.
True. Yeah, I feel like Cincinnati somehow sneaks it in as a divisional winner, maybe by the craziness.
I really think it's Baltimore's to lose. I think Baltimore wins that division.
And even then, if they sneak in, they're 1 and done to me.
Oh yeah, no. Whoever comes out of the AFC North is 1 and done because I think they'll have to play like the Texans and they're going to lose.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, good point. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see what else we got. I got a couple more games, a few more games for you, my friend. You'll like this one. Bears 24, Eagles 15. Kyle Mananga. Oh,
beautiful,
dude. That Bears rushing offense was on fire.
Yeah,
on Black Friday. Mananga had 130. DeAndre Swift had 125 yards on the ground as well as the Bears as a whole had 281 yards rushing. Woo! Cornerback Nathan Wright forced and recovered a fumble on a tush push. That should have been rolled a fumble as well when Kayvon Thibodeau did it, but I digress.
It should have been forward progress because it happened to us.
Yeah, damn right. And the Eagles are falling downhill and eggs are being thrown at Kevin Patullo's house. Fun.
I did see that.
Yeah, good job, Eagles fans.
Stay classy, Philly.
Yes, sir. But this is about Chicago because why the fudge will we talk about the Eagles? Because they are irrelevant as hell. I don't give a fudge about them. I care about the Bears, though. They're legit.
Oh,
and they are going to make it into the divisional round.
Yes. 100%. I mean, they're the number 1 seed in the NFC right now. Like, they are. I mean, what Ben Johnson has done in his first year, Caleb Williams looks great. The offense looks great. The defense has been solid. I like this Bears team. There's a very bright future in Chicago right now. I think they could run the North for years to come.
Yeah, sir. They're a good team. And And when I say that they're going to make it at least in the divisional round, I don't think they'll get the number one seed in the NFC, but when everything is said and done, but they will make the postseason, and they will at least get to the next.
I mean, I
second
think they're going to
round.
win the North. I really do.
Oh yeah, Detroit.
Detroit doesn't inspire much confidence. Green Bay is so hit or miss every single week. I think the Bears are the most consistent team in the NFC North right now, and the hottest, if we're being honest.
You're damn right. And look, the Rams are behind them. Still, Bears had the tiebreaker though. Over the Rams actually. I think Chicago will lose a game or two, and then maybe the Rams or the Eagles will jump them and blah blah blah. In terms of seeding and whatnot, but no matter where Chicago lies, they have a bright future ahead of them. And shout out to Ben Johnson for being he's coach of the year in my opinion, no doubt about it. Yep. Even if when in games where Williams has struggled, like against the Philadelphia Eagles, the run game stepped up and the defense stepped up in big ways as well. You could talk about AJ Brown having the big game that he did. No one gives an F. Like that Eagles off. That was for first. His stats were piled up in garbage time. Two, the Eagles offense just looked like crap the whole night.
Yeah.
So, yep. Panthers 31, Rams 28. Bryce Young 2 touchdown passes on 4th down from 33 and 43 yards to be exact. As the Panthers forced 3 turnovers against Matthew Stafford. After not throwing any picks for however so many games,
I think it was like
2 of them.
I think he had Brady's record. I think it was like 27 straight times he threw a touchdown pass before he threw his next interception.
Yes, I believe that's.
I think I'm in the ballpark. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, but he had 2 of them against the Panthers. Who would have predicted that? And the Carolina Panthers put off the shocking upset over the NFC's top seed.
It was the upset of the week, if we're being honest.
Yeah, damn right. And I'll tell you what. All I can say to this is that the Panthers are going to win the NFC South.
Yeah, I honestly, this Panthers team is scrappy. They look really good. They're kind of what I thought the Giants were going to be this season, and I hope are next year. But I like this Panthers team. Bryce Young let's look pretty decent. I think this Panthers team will win the division. I don't know how far they'll get, but they're definitely going. They're definitely going to the playoffs.
Oh yeah, and hey, I don't know who has my prediction.
Plus, the Buccaneers are so banged up and falling apart. The Saints are a joke, and the Falcons, they got Kirk Cousins.
And they lost to the Jets.
Not too.
Hey, I don't know what episode I had it on, but my prediction that the Panthers were going to make the playoffs this year.
Looking good. Looking
finally
very good.
Something right for once, Nate. Holy crap. And finally, Seahawks 26, Vikings nothing. Big fat 0. Seattle forced 5 turnovers against Max Brosmer.
Bowser.
Right. He had 4 interceptions himself in his first NFL start.
I mean, we're going to give a little credit to Bowser. 2 of those interceptions were not on him.
Yeah. And honestly, your first game in a hostile environment like that.
Yeah, go to Seattle. Go like this. Think about it. This kid grew up with like the Legion of Boom Seahawks, like the 12th man. Like he knows how loud Seattle gets.
Yeah, and that poor kid had to deal with this crazy environment, and the Vikings were just not. They were awful. And they were shut out actually for the first time since 2007. Long time since they put up 0 points.
Mm-hmm.
They will be trading up for a quarterback in 2026.
Yeah, I think I don't know about trading up, but they definitely will be getting a quarterback. I think they'll be in the market for like a Mac Jones, maybe if he becomes available. Maybe another one of these veteran guys that like O'Connell can kind of mold, like a Sam Darnold or like a Daniel Jones type. But they definitely will be going 2026 with the new quarterback. They can't run 9 out there anymore.
9. They are currently the.
I think 9 means no in German too. So yeah.
Yeah, 9 to 9. They currently have the 11th overall pick. So they if the season ended today, they would probably have to trade up to get a quarterback if they're choosing, whether it's Mendoza or it's Dante Moore, and who are the others? Sellers? Yeah, I don't know if he's declaring. I don't even know.
No, Sellers I think is more likely to transfer than declare. I mean, he's had a terrible. South Carolina's had a terrible season, so he wouldn't go that high. The big guys are a kid from Indiana and Ty Simpson. Fernando Mendoza are
Gotcha.
the two names right now.
See, we got Sellers, we got Mateer, Nussmeier. Nussmeier's.
He's not. He's gonna get drafted, but he went from being like he had a very Carson Beck type, where like Beck was like supposed to be the first quarterback off the board, and I really like Nussmeier coming into this season, but he's a day 3 pick probably at this point.
Carson Beck is ass.
Yeah,
don't tell Jarrett that. I tell you that, but he is. I tell you,
you can't tell Jarrett that hurts his ass either. So
I should. Truth hurts. No pun intended.
It does.
Yeah, but you know what?
Sorry, Philly fan. Like you gotta
accept it, man.
Accept it. You had a great offense around him, and he can't do anything. He can't push the ball downfield. He
really can't. He is no bueno.
He's an above average game manager with freakish athleticism. Not a bad thing. You can win with that. You clearly can't win with that. But you can't be out here saying he's a top 5 quarterback.
Honestly, we need to have a conversation one day about Sirianni again.
Oh, I've already said he's such a loser.
Yeah, but it's a conversation about like, is he really a good coach?
No.
Or is it the coordinators around him?
The coordinators around him and Saquon Barkley
like
having one of the best seasons we ever had. That's simple.
Yeah.
You got lucky.
Yeah, right.
Because think about it. All the problems the Eagles are having right now, they had 2 years ago. Remember? They lost in Seattle and they won that 5-game losing streak, got blown out in the wild card round. I think we're on a very similar path right now with the Eagles.
Good point. Well, with that being said, I cannot wait for Joe Schoen's press conference in about, as we are recording this, half an hour. So fun stuff there. And we'll talk about that on Thursday and have our first mock draft because our podcast has nothing to look forward to. Because 1, bye week, and 2, we are 2-11. What else are we going to talk about?
Look forward to that game.
Even
if we were playing, we wouldn't be looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah. I think we're going to have to go back to what we did last year, where it was like, hey, guys, let's preview this game real quick and talk about other things because there is nothing to look forward to, honestly. And we'll see how that goes. But that will do it for Season 3, Episode 59 of the 3rd and 10 podcast. You can follow us on social media. You can follow me at Nathan_124. You can follow Brian at BrianPG1016. You can find us also on Twitter and Instagram at 3rd and 10 podcast. And our TikTok is at 3rd and 10 pod. You can also find our articles and all of the other amazing podcasters that are part of the network at bellyupsports.com. And shout out to our sponsor, SeatGeek. Use the code BellyUpSports for $20 off your first order. Some restrictions do apply. And we got nothing else for you. I am tired of this bull crap. And I can't wait to cry about this later in my bed. But for Brian, I'm Nate. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. And we'll see you guys on Thursday where we get to talk about the Giants' future once again and talk about a bunch of what-if scenarios. Bye.